And there we have the lineup for Niger Flickers, and take nothing away from the captain of the side, Idrisu, and alongside his co-counterpart, Kelvin, who will be doing a lot up front. The whistle has just gone, and we'll be treating you to 4 quarters of hockey between this debut between all Nigerian teams here. And in the men's category, it is an all debut for all the 3 countries that have represented here. Ghana will be facing Ghana, Egypt will be facing Egypt, and Nigeria we have on our screen facing Nigeria. And that was a high ball that flied into the shin of the player on the turf. Medic has been called to attend to him. Our umpires today are Samuel Gaza on our screens, on line 2, being held by his co-colleague from Kenya on lines 1. Sharilu still being held to his feet. And he was carried with a picker bag by a colleague to the medics to be attended to. And we'll wait for the whistle to commence the game. I am your commentator, Echampo Pakwesi, and I'm joined by Wiseman Aite. Playing from right to left, the team spotted in the blue and white outfit are the Niger Flickers. And Michael, but this time round, advantage stays with them with a long corner. And the team spotted in the all orange with blue hoses too much, playing from left to right, are the team from Police Machine. And ladies and gentlemen, the first goal has been registered from the stick of the captain. That lad, Omar, it came from a long drive. He deflected it awkwardly, going through the goalkeeper's kickers. And Sani Mustafa, who have done so well in the group stages, has allowed the lad to give the goal. And in their first game that they met, Police Machine beat the Niger Flickers 2-1. And are we going to see a history which has never happened change around this time round? Niger Flickers have never beaten Police Machine in Nigeria or on any neutral grounds. Wiseman, are we going to see a history being changed here and a new history being written in Ghana as we face the Africa Cup for Club Championship?
Yeah, I think it was a nice goal from Danladi Umar, but poor defending from Police Machine, the goalkeeper, making that error there. Sani Al Mustafa, he's done so well in this competition, but it's still early days. 4 minutes inside the first quarter, 3 more quarters to travel, and 10 minutes in this quarter. So we have almost 45 minutes to play. So let's see what Police Machine can do. This is a team that the Flickers have failed to beat in the past 5 matches, and they even beat them here in Ghana. That's the round robin stage. So, as I said, it's still early days, but I think the Flickers, they want to prove something. They've done so well. They started the competition very well. Along the line, something happened, and it brought them down. So, let's see, 15 minutes, 45 minutes more to play. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Bello advancing, and advantage is taken from him. The Flickers are moving again, and the supply was cut off by Olayinka. Empire Online Swan sports an infringement. Ball still stays with Niger Flickers. Stopped beautifully. Michael loses out this time round. And the Flickers advance again. Michael of the other side advancing. Finds his playmate. Sends a long one, but to nobody in particular. 16-yard hit. Advantage for Police Machine. Captain who has given us the first goal. Bello. Odalinke. Beautifully push the ball through the space. Oluwatosin finds Samson downfield. An advantage still stays with Police Machine. Oluwatosin pushes one, finds his playmate. And Niger Flickers midfielders will take up the advantage now. Ball push forward, finds captain. There was a push. And there you see captain advancing, and he got a jab. But the body blocking and body check with the arm has given the advantage back to Police Machine, but quickly Flickers take the advantage again from them. And Michael gets an infringement. It rather goes against Michael for hitting the stick of the defender. He takes his eye off, and Michael used the long hands to perfection and gets advantage. Empire insisting ball should be brought to the right spot. Wiseman, 8 minutes into the first half. Your take?
Personally, looking at this game on our screen, it looks like the Police Machine team. The match is not really of great importance to them. They are the way they've played or the way they play, especially in this game in the round robin stage, it's not the same way they are playing here. It's a fit and sit place match, and I don't want to believe they are thinking it's not something they really need as they were coming to this competition, because it has made the game, it has changed the tempo of the game. It's not making the game. This is not what we're expecting though. We're expecting a much tough game, because this is a derby, a local derby to be precise. So we're expecting them to be very tough. But it looks like, I don't know if it's early days or there's a tactical play from their bench. But I would expect Police Machine to come in so strong and give us the derby we've all been expecting. This is what in the first derby it was so exciting. So it was end to end and something that kept us on our toes. But with this one, it looks like it's flickers all around.
Flickers all around. And the local derby not living to the expectation. Time has been stopped. And there you see the infringement that happened. We await the whistle of the Empire before we commence. And there the whistle goes. And the ball from Afonja, number 16 shirted man, who have kept his defensive role for his side very well, flying the ball into the D, giving a 16-yard hit, and 10 beautifully by Endurance for Niger Flickers, looking for space, beautifully finds his playmate. Ajibowa, and Ajibowa comes in but rather impedes. Afonja, he scoops one, fine Bello. And Ajibowa saves the day, fine catch. He turns for the Tomahawk, sends one in. Again stopped by. Ball comes to captain. Odalinki. Beautiful play for Police Machine. Sunday with the ball. Sunday finds his colleague. Ball comes into the D and goalkeeper.
That was a great opportunity there for Inuha Mohammed, and the goalkeeper stood up to the task. Goalkeeper Yakubu Abdullah Ali, we did very well on that occasion, and that has saved the day for Niger Flickers.
Goalkeeper saving the day for Niger Flickers as Endurance advances. Pushes one up front, scoops one, stopped beautifully by Wilson. Wilson brings the pass in. Is there the second goal coming? Another pass. Empire saw an infringement on the lad. Ball was kept beautifully by Wilson. Went for the tomahawk and gave a beautiful pass to the lad, but the control of the ball had his stick and also his thigh, and Empire spot it on and gave a 16-yard hit to Team Police Machine. Cash pushes one. And still going. Bring box into the D. And the tomahawk from Wilson. The penalty stroke expect. He scored 2 goals to his credit on penalty strokes. Police Machine. Advantage comes to Niger Flickers. He gives the advantage out to Police Machine. And that was Abulai Musa. Here comes Police Machine. Push one, find his playmate. Ball comes to Mohammed. Mohammed, who have a lot of skill, comes into the D, finds his player, but unfortunately miscalculated the pass from him. An advantage comes to Niger Flickers. Can they turn it into an attack? Kelvin and Sani Mustafa will allow the ball to roll over the lines, but it touched the stick of a Police Machine before the ball crossed the back line. So it is rather a long corner. Kelvin in our shot, the man who has been kept quiet for the last 2-3 matches. He was seen in the first game, and ever since has been very quiet. Stopped beautifully and scoops one. It becomes an advantage, but he gets his arm. Was scooped beautifully by number 70 shirted man Oluwatosin. Wiseman, 40 minutes into the game.
It looks like Niger Flickers have Maman Kulu on the bench. Most of their players are not starting. And with Police Machine, they also have Olayinka, and Olayinka is on the bench as well as Michael Agbegu. So these two teams are using this match to give opportunity to other players who couldn't make it in the round robin stage, because as I said earlier, it looks like the match is of less importance to them. It is a fit and sit place match. To whether you are fit, you are sit, you take nothing home. It is just let's say it is just an honor that you go past or you go above your opponent. But for now, there's not a match of any importance to them. So both teams are using this to try their players. But so far, it's not been a game we're expecting. This is not the derby we're expecting for the Nigerians. But let's see. As I say, there's still 3 quarters to play. This is the first quarter. We have 3 more quarters to play. Let's see what Coach Junaidu and Coach Musa and Coach Nuhu have for us.
Let's see what the coaches have for us. And the Flickers give the advantage to Police Machine. Mohammed with the ball, he loved to move and look for the feet, but beautifully dealt out by the defense. And quickly, Endurance. And Endurance lose the ball. Ball goes to Mohamed with the ball. Pushes one back. Push into the D. The run was good. Sunday with the ball. Godwin. Ball is in the D. And Sunday gives the advantage away for a 16-yard hit, rather, to be registered for the Flickers. It was a beautiful push through the space. A little tap on by his playmate. Stopped beautifully in the D. And the final shot at goal did not meet its target. Kish. And a high ball of Kish. And there you see Kish trying to give a scoop pass, but the scoop was too high into the arm of the captain. And the height on the ball results in a 16, which has been taken quickly. Captain still with the ball, pushes one, and Sunday. And still advantage stays with Police Machine. Ball goes in, deflected. And that was a nice attempt at goal by Nguva. Yard hit in, and it's like the midfield is now being dominated by Police Machine. There goes the end of the first quarter, and Police Machine are trailing Niger Flickers. Sani Mustafa in a shot. This time around could not save the situation. Empire, Sami, and a session of the supporters enjoying themselves in the stand. Weissman. First 50 minutes have ended. Niger Flickers 1, Police Machine 0. Africa Cup for Club Championship. Are we in to see something in this 5th and 6th match?
It's been a nice first quarter. The umpires on our screen have done very well. This is not what I personally was expecting in the game. I was thinking the Flickers would come in so strong because, as I said, they were tipped after their first game beating Trustees and holding on to El Shakia. They were tipped to at least go past this stage that they are in now, at least a 3rd place or to play in the final. But along the line, the rather unfortunate happened, and you see them dip, and there they are playing the 5th and 6th. But this particular game, I thought they would use this as an opportunity to tell the spectators that, fine, we came in so strong, we wanted to go for the ultimate, we wanted to go for at least the bronze, but things didn't go as we planned. But still, we have something in our coffers. We will not allow any team just come. But this is a derby, and that's what they've shown here. They are up by a goal to nil. That's very good from them. But for Police Machine too, they started very poor. They were one of the poor teams in this competition with the likes of Yobi Desert Queens. Then they got that win over Niger Flickers in the derby. Then the confidence started to build. Then here they are down by a goal. But as I said, most players are benched with regards to both teams. So let's use that as an excuse for them, because with the Police Machine team, they have Olayinka and Michael Agbego. But these two players I can see are back for the second quarter. So this is what we are going to have now. The second quarter is the derby we are going to have, because Olayinka is back, Michael is back. So this will give the chance for Tosin and Mohamed Aliyu to spread the play, because Olayinka and Michael are very good up front. When they get into the D, Michael is so hungry for goals. He gets into the D, he unleashes a hit. If he goes for the tomahawk, he'll go with a reverse stroke. Anyhow he gets in the D, he makes sure he'll find the back of the net. So let's see what the second quarter has for us.
Let's see what the second quarter have for us, as Police Machine have done some changes to their starting lineup in the first quarter. And there we go for the second quarter of the 5th and 6th game. And there Michael comes to play, pushes one to his playmate, Olayinka. And ball comes to captain. Ball goes back to Olayinka. Oluwatosin back to Olayinka. And ball leaves the field of play from the stick of Dakomi. Police Machine. Ball comes in looking for the deflection, but saved by the defender.
with the introduction of Michael and Olayinka, as I said, it looks like you see the game of Police Machine has now, they've stepped up now, and they are taking the ball into the D because these two players are very good when the ball comes into the D.
Police Machine are bringing the ball into the D now because they now have those who can really clinch onto the passes that will be coming into the D to look for the goals for them. But quickly, Niger Flickers pick the ball, but as far as it goes, it's been stopped, and again the advantage comes back to Flickers. Scanning round, pushes one, find Kish. There's space, there's deflection in the D. My oh my, that was Kelvin.
I think you see from the reverse angle, he flicked the ball to Kish. Victor Kish with a control and sends a long slap hit into the D. Michael and Danladi should have communicated because I think Danladi was in the best position to get that ball into the D. But anyway, it's still good for them. It was a deflection, but bad luck on their side that it couldn't go into the goalpost.
Kelvin and Danladi should have even communicated because they were the only two found in the D, but they have made that chance gone by without getting the needed results. But it's still Flickers with the ball in their own half. Umar pushes one forward, and Dalad allowed the ball to roll over the side. Beautifully done. This time round, slaps one coolly, finds his playmate. And they push on Oluwatosin, Fawobaji, and Mohamed will start the game for them. Finds Michael, push one forward, comes into the D, ball still with Police Machine. Michael, who was just introduced into the game, has given us the goal. Wise man.
Bakwesi, I told you, Michael Agbegu, he's done so well for them. In the derby, he got a brace, and there you see, he gets the ball with his back facing the post. He brings the ball to the forehand, and there you go, the hit straight into the pool. An equalizer for Police Machine.
An equalizer for Police Machine by the young man, Michael, who is really, really hungry for goals. Among all the teams, the strikers here, you can see from his hits and his anticipation that he's really needs the goal. And if his team was really pushing him, he would have gone for the goal king in the men's category. Michael putting the game on level pegging now. And advantage stays with Niger Flickers. Dealt with beautifully by Michael with the long hands. And an infringement for Flickers, quickly picked by that was the effort from Michael. He loved keeping the ball and turning in and out players and rather gets their feet. Ball with Police Machine in their own half. Ball comes to Afona. And he gives the ball away. And uncharacteristic of Kish, the ball rolls over the sideline. Adeliki's hit. Michael putting the pressure. Finds. And again, Kelvin. Kelvin, this time around, gets the better of Afona, but Kelvin was unlucky. Empire saw some infringement on the defender, and advantage has been given to Police Machine. Olayinka, and he's still going by the height of the ball within the crowd, and the danger he's posing to himself has resulted in there you go. It's a skill, but the height of it was too much to put pressure on himself should the stick comes in and flying in. And that is a good call from the Empires to protect the players. A feeble slap shot. Empire gives the advantage back to Police Machine. And ball is picked by Kelvin, pushed on. And this time, the Empire is communicating. The effort from Wilson has given them an advantage. Ball comes to left side, comes into the D, deflection. But an infringement has been registered. Oluwatosin scoops one. And it's been stopped beautifully and dealt with nicely by the player. And there we have Michael in our shot. The man who has pulled the equalizer for his side. Adams push one forward. Slaps one, but Wilson loses it out. Beautiful stick work on the floor. Pick the ball, brings it into the D. Niger flickers. This was the same chance Michael had and was able to make it count. And the penalty corner has been registered. And the man we've been talking a lot about, Kelvin, was looking for the space, was not forthcoming because the defender was still on him. Managed to get a turnaround, fired one home towards the goalkeeper, but rather gets the player to result in a first penalty corner for them. Weissman, first penalty corner for Niger Flickers.
They have players like Victor Kish, who's still on the field of play. Let's see if they can make this count.
Dakomi pushes one, Kish goes in, and the ball becomes a 16-yard hit. The ball was stopped beautifully, Kish goes in, and as you could see, goalkeeper had it covered, Mustafa's. Oluwatosin. Flicked on by Michael, and Michael picks the ball again. Michael, and an infringement outside the D, given to Michael, but Empire insisting ball should be taken to the right spot.
The introduction of Michael and Olayinka has sparked light into Police Machine team, and they are giving Niger Flickers a very bad time. With the Flickers, I still don't get it why Maman Kolo is on the bench. I don't know if he's on the bench or he's just not part of this lineup, the players to play in this game, but I think that will go against them. This is not a position they wanted. Okay, this is not a position they wanted as they started the competition, but I think it will still be good if you go with a 5th place rather than a 6th place. So I expect Niger Flickers to come to the party, other than the kind of play they are. But if they stick to this plan, then we are going to see more goals from Police Machine.
Adamu Maman Kolo is not in this lineup, and is going to go against Niger Flickers. Niger Flickers putting some passes together. Ball comes to Michael, and better dealt with by Odalinki. Pushes one, finds Musa. And ball comes to Michael. Michael looking for the return. He gets him. And Police Machine are swinging some good passes together. He loves to run with the defenders. Sends a pass this time early in. And the obstruction of the two Police Machine team, giving the advantage to the Niger Flickers. And Kish leaves the ball for Endurance. Scoops one. Kish. And Kelvin blocking with the feet, says the Empire. Advantage comes back to Police Machine. And that's Kelvin in our shot, a lot expected from him. Kish working himself out, sweating for his club. Afonja comes to Odaliki, finds Oluwatosin. Oluwatosin pushes one downfield, slaps one in, stopped by two Niger flickers. Oluwatosin, beautifully dealt with by Mohammed. He loves to take defenders on, push one in. Goalkeeper comes to play, leave the ball, and my oh my. Kish against Michael, and beautifully goes around his attacker, still advancing Kish, and the penalty corner is registered, and that was the chance. Mohammed pushed one in, goalkeeper spilled out the ball and scooped one over the goalkeeper, but the ball refusing to cross the line, as dealt with beautifully by the defense. Weissman.
I think I'm now coming to understand the name Debbie. Looking at the way Police Machine are playing with Flickers, you wonder if this is the same Flickers team that played Shakia, if the same Flickers team that played Eastern Company, and you also wonder if this is the same police team that faced Shakia and Eastern Company, because if this is how Police Machine can hold on to Niger Flickers, then I think they should be able to hold Shakia and Eastern Company.
They should have repeated the same effort with the other countries that they faced. And there he comes. And again, Michael and Mustafa. Sani makes himself proud again. That is what he's noted for, saving as many balls as he can. And infringement spot on. The ball was pushed beautifully. Kish went in. And then the goalkeeper had it covered. But Wilson, before he got there, the ball had been played over the lines. An endurance ball flying all the way, putting the Empire and everybody in danger. This time round, push to captain. And Michael's long hands stopping that ball. Michael for the Flickers, comes into the 23. Drive one, Kelvin stops. Ball is on his weaker side.
For the first time in almost 2 games and a quarter, this is when you've seen Kelvin come actually into a game. This was a trademark of him, gets the ball, takes to the reverse and goes for the tomahawk. But this time around, he still didn't find the target. Niger Flickers gradually. But the problem with Niger Flickers now is they are up front. Kelvin and Bernard Wilson, they have been the main men or the target men for Niger Flickers. But this time around, they are failing to get the connection. It is like there's a misunderstanding between these two players, and that's really going to affect. Niger Flickers. But Police Machine also, on the other hand, too, have done very, very well. They played very well. They are playing as a team. Oluwatosin, in an interview with him, said that when it comes to Police Machine and Niger Flickers, there's no way they will allow the Flickers to score them. Irrespective of the opponents they faced previously and what kind of competition they are in, they will never allow the Flickers. And this is what they are trying to tell us now. But the Flickers,
a lot expected from this local derby. Mike Kelvin comes in, and rather the blocking of his leg, the Empire impedes him rather. Kelvin stopped the ball, turned in and out, and tried to block with the feet, and Empire spotting it on, gave the advantage to Police Machine, and that's a good call from the Empire. Police Machine. Advantage for still Police Machine. Olayinka. And again, Olayinka has the advantage in the half of the 23. Ball comes back. Ball comes to Olayinka once again. And advantage stays with Niger Flickers dealt with beautifully. Wilson. And the ball gets in the feet of Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the halftime, which is the second quarter that has just ended. And Yakubu in our shot have also had a bite of a goal in his net. And Sani on the other side having the bite in the first quarter. So if you have just joined us, the match that has just ended in the first half, the 2 quarters of 30 minutes being played. The game has ended with Niger Flickers 1, Police Machine 1. Goal scored by Captain Deladi and Michael, respectively. Wiseman, your take before you go for a breather.
It's been a wonderful game, but not the one I was expecting, because I watched these two same sides in the round robin stage, and it was a rather exciting game as compared to this one. I would like to say it's as a result of both teams benching players, but let's see what the third and final quarter will bring on board.
It has been the production from Group N2K, and we'll pause here for a breather and then we'll recess when the team comes back. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the third quarter of the ongoing Africa Cup for Club Championship competition happening live here in Ghana. And this production is by Group N2K, streaming live from Questet TV, Free Sports, and iSports 360, also giving you feeds. The match on your screen, if you have just joined us, is between Niger Flickers and Police Machine. And it is the 5th and 6th match. And it is 1-1 apiece. Niger Flickers are now playing from left to right from commentary position. And Police Machine are playing from right to left. Police Machine man in our short, and these are the Niger Flickers in their white and blue stripers. Ball pushed, stopped by Oluwatosin Michael.
The celebration should tell you this is a police team. This is the Nigerian police team. And you see from the reverse angle, Oluwatosin gets the ball, brings the ball to Michael with a slap straight into the goalpost. And goalkeeper Yakubu Abdullahi couldn't get to the end of that. What a bad tournament for Niger Flickers. They did very well. They started well, but 2-1. It's too early to say it's over for them. But I think Police Machine have done it. That's a brilliant goal from Michael. And I told you, as he was on the bench, you could see the Flickers were missing his services. Then he was introduced at the stroke of the second quarter. And here you see he has gotten 2 goals, 5 goals in this tournament. And as it stands now, he is the leader in the top scorer chart. That is a beautiful play from Michael Agbegu.
Michael leading the goal king chart now. And the whole first quarter, first 15 minutes, he was not introduced, but was really taking some instructions from his coaches. And he comes in to deliver, scores the equalizer, and put his team ahead. And an infringement. Weissman, Niger Flickers, they have benched also Sam Sudin and Marcus Enza. These players were really players that helped Kolo. If Kolo is not in the team at all, these two should have also come from the bench like Michael has done for his side. What is the strategy and why are these players also still on the bench for Niger Flickers, who are really suffering from this one? And talking about the suffering, and the captain again, putting his team up again. Their lad.
Obviously, I think we are in for a game now. You see the reverse cross from John Michael, and Danladi gets onto the pass in the D, goes for a one-time hit straight into the goalpost. This is a game we have here. Michael has gotten a breeze. Danladi has gotten a breeze. Danladi scores first. Michael equalized. Michael scores second. Danladi equalized. This is the derby. But I think on your question earlier, Maman Kolo on the bench. Maman Kolo played in the first. He's not in the game at all. He played in the first game. This is a derby. I'm trying to understand the meaning derby. I now have a full glimpse of the word derby. Niger plays so well in this competition. They've done so well. But anytime they face Police Machine, you don't know where their style of play. You don't know how it just disappears, and you don't see that spark in them. You don't see that fast, aggressive, fluid attacking play from Niger Flickers. I think Police Machine have an edge over Niger Flickers whenever they face them, and we have a game now. Let's see. But I think Shamsuddin has been introduced now. He's been introduced here, and let's see if. But Shamsuddin will not really have an impact in this game because Maman Kolo, Maman Kolo has done so well for Niger Flickers.
Maman Kolo not in the team at all, and Shamsuddin has been introduced now. And Shamsuddin love to join the attacking team to also try and see if he can swing some passes in. But Police Machine comes and saved by the goalkeeper and Dakomi. Scoops one. This time around, captain could not push it. Endurance picks up, finds Michael. Michael, love you seeing his long arms, go for the tomahawk. And his tomahawk ended in the player's midsection. Time has been stopped. An advantage is given to Police Machine. Olufemi Afonja sends a pass to his playmate. Cut out beautifully by Shamsuddin, who has just been introduced. Slaps one in, which is one of his trademarks. Kelvin with the ball, looking for the tomahawk. Kelvin!
I think it would have been easier for Niger Flickers if Kelvin had laid a pass to a teammate. He had made up his mind, getting the ball the first time. He had made up his mind that he would go for a reverse stroke, a tomahawk. So he was making his way through, and he actually got the chance, but the tomahawk went flying. I think they should start playing as a team. At this point in time, if you want to play individually, you let your team down.
Adamu, but Philip in our shots. Dakomi. Pushes one, finds Kelvin. Kelvin advancing once again. Kelvin, and a penalty corner for blocking of stick of Kelvin. And Samson will protest. And there you see Kelvin taking on Samson. Kelvin, and the block of sticks wins him the advantage. And Samson will protest. It's 2-2. In the third quarter. And we'll need one more man to join the team, Police Machine. And there, Michael, the striker, would love to come as far back as a defender and play a defensive role, joins them to defend this penalty corner they have. Adamu steps up to do the injection. Ball is being injected, stopped, slapped home, and goalkeeper Sani stands so tall, always making the saves. Long corner is registered. Ball pushed on, comes into the D. And the ball still in the D. Goalkeeper saves, and defenders will clear their lines. Sani once again saving his side. Endurance. Shamsuddin. Love to send balls into the D, and it will go any moment from now for the connections. Beautifully goes around his player Michael. A striker who turns himself to be a defender when need be. His back paddling, helping his side. And the effort from Olayinka wins them. Shamsuddin comes in. Advantage for Michael's effort. Wiseman, Michael, all over the pitch.
Yeah, I think he's been phenomenal in this competition. He's done so well for Police Machine, and he's a workaholic player too, going everywhere on the turf, ensuring that they get possession. Whenever they lose the ball, he tracks back to defend. Whenever they are on the attack, he moves to his position. When the ball comes, he does his job. I think he's been one of the best players for Police Machine. And if it's to up his game, he's playing very well. But if it's to up it, then I think Police Machine are going to win this game by 4-2.
4-2 is the prediction from Wiseman Ayite. And the advantage will stay with Niger Flickers. Flicks a ball, finds his playmate Michael, the long arms and feet. Love running, taking defenders on, comes into the D. Ball loose back. And Kelvin, a lot is expected from this young child. Scored his hat-trick and then has relaxed for a while, but credits to Michael. Run the defenders, smash home Kelvin, bypassing Mustafa. That is a goal by all standard. Wiseman.
I think Kelvin has done well this time around. He's put his name on the score sheet. This is what the Flickers were expecting of him. In the past 2 games, he's gone to sleep, but this game he's come up and he's gotten them the 3rd goal. Let's see if Police Machine can bounce, because it was Niger Flickers who got the first, Police Machine equalizing, Police Machine getting the 2nd, the Flickers equalizing. Now the Flickers have the 3rd. Let's see if the trend will follow.
And Samsudeen, who was also introduced, have paid his part. He laid a pass to Michael by scooping a beautiful one to him. And Michael was able to run the defense line and give the pass to his colleague, who really smashed home the much-awaited goal that they were expecting. Ball comes to Endurance. Endurance plays 1-2 with his playmate. And Niger Flickers are really connecting a lot of balls, and that was the swing from Kelvin. And I think Kelvin is now also hungry for goals. But the advantage comes to Police Machine. He also comes in, goes round 2, still with the ball, and gets the penalty corner. And that is Philip. Philip running the defense line of Niger Flickers and getting the ball to the body of Adamu. Philip and Michael in our shot. Wiseman, penalty corner, Police Machine.
I think Police Machine has scored from a penalty corner. That was Michael getting the pass from Tosin. Let's see if they can repeat that.
Niger Flickers are also getting their defensive lineup. And the ball is ready, awaiting the Empire signal. And Olayinka behind the ball. Oluwatosin to do the stopping. Michael has opened up. Ball has been ejected, stopped. Oluwatosin this time around gives a pass to Mohammed. It's Bello. Bello has buried the ball, but the whistle has gone again, and that's a good goal by all standard. But the whistle has gone for maybe the play on the turf. So I don't want to be a prophet of doom. Right after the goal was scored, the whistle re-went, and we need to acknowledge from the Empire whether the goal is standing or not. And the team section of the VIP players still on the turf. And there the Empire is. And it is Samsudeen. And the goal stands. Wiseman.
Fabrice, you're having a game here. I said it. Kelvin getting the third goal for the Flickers. And now we have Bello equalizing for them. So it is 3-3 and the local derby of all Nigeria. And we have a game. We are almost about wrapping up in the third quarter. And we'll move into the final quarter, 15 minutes. I think this derby, these two teams have faced for the past 5 times. And the highest number of goals recorded in the game total is 3. It's been a 2-1, that is, but you see 1-1, 2-1. But this time around, 6 goals registered, and we are still yet to see more goals. As I said, it was Danlad getting the first goal, Michael equalizing, Michael getting the second, Danlad equalizing, Kelvin getting the third, and Police Machine equalizing. So it is the turn of Police Machine to take the lead now. If they take the lead, then it is a trend we are following. But if they don't, I would not like it.
It's a trend we're following, and the trend should still repeat itself. And quickly comes Police Machine. And he wins the advantage for his side. Suleimanu. And the situation is saved. Scoops one. Stop beautifully. Beautiful pass. Find Nova. Beautiful pass in there. Can it go over the bar? That was another effort from Michael. Ball was pushed by Nova. Deflected beautifully by Philip. Beautiful pass. And there Michael came, beat the goalkeeper, but could not beat the goalpost. Nova. Advantage stays with Niger Flickers. And quickly Michael John advancing once again. He was the one who advanced and gave a pass for the goal. And there it came again. The long corner has been registered. Michael John. And the team misses services after the first game, which he received the red card. And ever since he came from his suspension, has really paid his duty to his club. Michael John with the long hands again this time round. Advantage goes against him. And Olua Tosin Paubaji complaining for the ball to be brought at the right spot. Restarts the game. And the ball will hit the feet of Olufami Afonja, and the penalty corner is registered. The pass from Oluwatosin was stopped and hit the feet of Olufami Afonja. Penalty corner given to Niger Flickers. Wiseman.
It looks like the game is becoming interesting. Now let's take the game away from the scoreboard. It's 3-3, but on the field of play, the players are having a misunderstanding. That is both teams, and you can see that it is the sense of the derby that has gotten into their heads. And so surprisingly, these two teams, immediately they are done with the game, will pray together. They are the only clubs that after the derby prays together. But when you're on the field of play, it looks like this is from a different country and the other from another country.
Penalty corner, whistle has gone. Ball has been ejected, stopped by Philip. And goalkeeper Sani Mustafa. Philip picks again, the stroke. Comes in strong, hits the post. That was a good one by Dakomi.
It's a trend that is following. I said it. It was Flickers getting the first, Machine equalizing, Machine scoring, Flickers equalizing. So if Machine don't score, there's no way the Flickers will score. So this is just to keep our viewers up on their toes. But it is a trend. It has to follow. If it doesn't follow, I personally will not like it.
Wiseman Aite becoming a prophet and insisting that his prophecy comes to pass with the trend from his analysis. And Niger Flickers nearly break that trend from the effort from Dakomi hitting the post and the ball refusing to enter the goal post. Olayinka lifts it for Bello. Ball comes to Olayinka. Beautiful stick work. There ends the third quarter. Empires have done so well. We've really had a lot of game. Michael, Bello, Olayinka, Sani receiving 3 goals. The other end, 3 goals. It's end-to-end action, and the trend has to follow. Wiseman.
It's been a nice game. Both teams they started the game on a very slow pace, but now the game has been very interesting, and it's gradually picking up, and we are enjoying this derby. It's end-to-end. I like the way the goals are coming in from a team equalized, another team scores equalized, and this shows that it is really a derby. But I still have that, I don't know, I still have that question, and I'm yet to find an answer from anyone. Is it the same Flickers team that held El Shakia? And is it the same Flickers team that almost upset Police Machine? I'm finding Eastern Company. I'm finding it difficult to understand because it is like they are playing against Police Machine, a team that was beaten by El Shakia 7 goals. They were walloped by 7 goals. And here you are seeing them holding on to. And there we have Mr. Sowa, who has done so well for the Hockey Association. He's a CEO for Group N2K Limited. He's done so well. Wherever he is, if he can hear us, we say we are so much grateful to him. Final quarter, 15 minutes. Back with it. 3 goals, 6 goals in this derby. I think for now, I would have to take sides. I would love to see Police Machine win this game.
You would love to see Police Machine win this game. But if I should put you back, if you are the coach of both sides, what will be your message for your men in the final 15 minutes for the 4th quarter that we will be witnessing?